Hey guys, so QiYi here, and today I'm going to be doing a comparison between the WuShuang M and the AoChuang GTS M. So the main idea for this video is pretty much pretty simple, I guess, because I didn't do the review between these two 5x5, and I think that if I do two videos like for each of them, it would be took way too longer, and it's going to be tiring up. So I actually think that why don't I just do a comparison, like review plus comparison. So it's a pretty great idea. Anyway, the criteria we'll be discussing in this comparison video are going to be the price, the stability, the weight and size, speed, and feel. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into this comparison. So let's start off with the price. So the WuShuang M is around 105 ringgit Malaysia and $33.99 US. And I'll explain a little bit. Like for a non-magnetic WuShuang is around 85 ringgit Malaysia and $23.99 US. And if you add the price of the magnets, it's 96 magnets by the way, it's around RM20 ringgit Malaysia and $10 I think. So it's like a total of $33.99 US, I guess, if you really want to magnetize yourself. And for the AoChuang GTS M, it cost around, I guess, $39.99 US or RM120 ringgit Malaysia, which is slightly expensive than the WuShuang. And yeah. Next, we'll talk about the stability. So the stability of the WuShuang is pretty good, I guess, because out of the box, this cube feels really stable in your hands, and even after you solve like a bunch of solvers, it still feels pretty stable. And yeah, pretty much nothing to say about. It's a pretty great 5x5, I guess. And for the AoChuang GTS M, it's a little bit opposite of the WuShuang. It's a little bit flimsy, a little bit wobbly than the WuShuang, but it's definitely not an issue for me because I definitely prefer this type of 5x5 more than the WuShuang. So yeah. Now let's move on to the weight inside. So the WuShuang, original WuShuang weighs about 137 grams, and for the magnetic one, it's around 145 grams to 150 grams. And the WuShuang is comes in at 62 millimeters. For the AoChuang GTS M, it weighs about 153.4 grams, slightly bit heavier than WuShuang, and it comes in at 63 millimeters, so it's a little bit bigger than WuShuang. Now let's talk about the speed. The speed of the WuShuang is a little bit slower than other 5x5 nowadays. So to be honest, the 5x, like the WuShuang, if you like just set it up, it's pretty great, it's really good. But after breaking in like 100 solves or more than that, it's going to be getting really slow and starting to like tiring up your hands a bit. But yeah, it's still really stable 5x5, I guess. I just don't really like the speed of the WuShuang. However, the AoChuang GTS M is definitely a little bit opposite of the WuShuang. It's a lot faster, which is very good for me, and you can actually keep longer sessions with this. So yeah, I definitely prefer this 5x5 more than the WuShuang. So yeah. And lastly, we're going to be moving on to the feel of the cube. So the WuShuang definitely feels like a WuChui, but a little bit faster and a little bit clackier. So because the more pieces are moving, so it's going to be feeling a little bit clacky. And yeah, that's it for the WuShuang. And for the AoChuang GTS M, it definitely feels similar to their GTS's cubes, like the AoChuang GTS 2, the WuLong GTS 3, or something like that. So yeah, it's a bit faster and pretty flimsy, so it's a really great cube with this kind of feeling. So after the comparison, which 5x5 is going to be my main? Now I've actually settled down to the AoChuang GTS M because I love how fast it is, because I definitely love fast puzzle on big cubes, so it definitely attract more in big cubes. I definitely got a lot of PBs with this, and by the way, I really love the color shades on this one. I don't mind if it's bigger or heavier or even wobblier than the WuShuang, because I can definitely get used to these. So yeah. By the way, if you want to purchase these two cubes, I'll link them in the description, where it will take you to Jpearly.com, a really good Malaysian online cube stores. Anyway, make sure to give a like and subscribe to my channel. Hope you guys enjoyed this comparison video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!